Yo, what is good? What is good, everybody? It is your boy Jay Barry, and I'm here to go over basically the newly updated online arcade general rule. Hopefully, anybody that participates in the tournaments, anybody that have any interest to participate in any of the tournaments, anybody that's just a viewer or a supporter, would definitely tune into this stream right here, either on the later date or when it's uploaded on YouTube, just to get a general idea of how the online arcade is going to be ran. We've done many of the streams, explaining the rules on our Twitch channel. We have all the rules down there on the in the bottom right there. On the YouTube channel, we have the rules as well. We try to post them in the Discord as well, but I'm just going to give another general consensus, another general idea overview of how the online arcade is going to be ran, so nobody can be in any confusion when these tournaments are upon us. So basically, it's not going to be a long stream. I'm just going to go over each of the rules and then give a brief explanation towards it, then move on. Um, all of the rules will have a timestamp placed on it. So for those people that's going to be watching on the YouTube channel, and I'm pretty much going to link this video to all of the streams that we're going to be, all of the tournaments that we're going to be having as well. So this video will be a link in all the tournament sign up pages and everything. But before we get into that, just want to let you guys know our bi-monthly winner for our Patreon was King's Blood Gaming. King's Blood Gaming, he was the recipient of the Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection, um, you know, winner, and he chose to give his prize away during the Tekken 7 tournament that we're supposed to have today. Unfortunately, the Tekken 7 tournament has been canceled. We're going to go into more detail with that when we go into the rules. So what we're going to do is I still have the copy for Street Fighter 30th Collection Anniversary, and that will be given away during our grudge match tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's a grudge match between um, Goku and Wispion. So that will be given away tomorrow. Possibly there's going to be another giveaway as well tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow because I have a few bunch of giveaways that I just have digital codes and stuff that's laying around. So we'll see definitely how that goes. But definitely tomorrow, Street Fighter 30th anniversary will be given away for sure. But with that being said, let's get into these rules and hopefully if anybody have a question or anything like that that's tuning in or watching later, just ask at the online arcade on Twitter or any of the online arcade members, Mr. Official VG, Upchuck Gaming, or Persona Gaming with Persona. So all right, so let's get into it, guys. Where we have our first rule here, which is check-ins are mandatory for participation in every TOA tournament. No check-in means no participation. If you have an issue with checking in, let us know. Okay, so this rule right here is the first rule that we put up because it's probably one of the most important rules that we have here. The reason why we have check-ins to be mandatory with our tournaments because we're doing our online tournament, and you just never know, the situation that can come up when it just comes to online. We don't see you in person, so we have to have like an idea. We have to have a guideline for anybody that do sign up for our tournament. We require you to check in. Check in always begins 2 days prior to the tournament start date and time. It is very vital that if you know you're going to be participating in any of the tournaments, you do check in. We try to make it very clear that check in is always going to begin every always 2 days prior before every tournament that we do. Um, and yeah, just when we first did this online arcade thing, we didn't have a check-in requirement, and we had like 40 people signing up for a tournament, 20 people signing up for a tournament, and like 5 people come because there's no reassurance that okay, I'm here to participate in this tournament. I'm just signing up and they're just a no show. So that's why we have the check-ins there. So you guys, it reassures us basically that okay, these guys are ready to participate. Also, check-ins is very important because it also gives us an idea like okay, they're really interested in doing this tournament. Really interested in participating and competing. So one of the reasons why Tekken 7 was canceled, Raging Art was canceled, is because we had like 12 people sign up. I know a few people backed out, so it went down to 10, but we only had 3 people check in. 3 people checking in is not enough to run an online tournament. I don't think anybody here on the online arcade is going to waste any time as far as hosting a 3-man tournament. That's just ridiculous. Especially for Tekken 7, which is a premier tournament where we're putting up a lot of money, so people can compete and win. For these tournaments, so it doesn't make any sense to do a tournament that's a 3-man tournament. So check-in is very, very important, guys. You do need to check in if you are planning to participate in a tournament. And I know there's a lot of people that really don't understand that rule because I would get a whole bunch of messages when the tournament time starts, like, "Hey, I didn't get to check in." You know what I mean? There's multiple multiple notifications that's being sent out through the challenge page. I know the challenge, they email you guys and let you guys know that the check-in process has begun for whichever tournament it is. I know me, Persona, Mr. Official, Upchuck Gaming on Twitter or in Discord or on the Facebook groups let you guys know the check-in process has begun. I'm sending messages on Challenge. I'm doing the same thing as well. I mean, letting people know that the check-in process has begun and it closes around this time. So I just don't know how anybody that has signed up for any of the tournaments not know when to check in or not check in. We understand if you don't check in because if you don't check in, that just means they're not going to be able to participate in the tournament. That's totally fine. But for those people that want to participate and those people are ready to participate and you're not checking in, the website is just going to delete you right away or they're going to remove you right away from the tournament. All right, so that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, depending on the tournament, all participants, new or old, I repeat, new or old, must write their PSN ID, CFN ID, or Gamertag in the discussion tab. Basically, whatever information we require you to have in tournament that you sign up for, we need that information in the discussion tab. The discussion tab is in every sign up page that you guys sign up for with the tournaments. It is like about 3 columns to the right in the middle, discussion tab. You just need the information. So if it's a PSN ID, if it's a gamer tag, we need that information because we need to know your PSN and information to actually invite you into the tournament. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that will sign up. We don't have no PSN. We don't have no Capcom Fighter Network ID, and we just don't know how to invite you into the lobby so you can participate. There's a lot of people that will come to the tournament and say, "Hey, I didn't get my invite. We didn't know your PSN." You know what I mean? So that is very important, guys. The discussion tab, it takes you 2 seconds to just click over to the discussion tab. Doesn't matter if it's on mobile, if it's on an iPad, if it's on your computer, the discussion tab is always in that middle. If you got to press the drop down key where it have like 3 little bars, press that button and just write whatever information we need to invite you into the lobby when it's tournament time. That is very important, guys, because just not gonna wait for somebody that didn't put their PSN or somebody that did put their PSN or whatever information required is waiting right there in the lobby. You know what I mean? It's just kind of ridiculous to do all that. So that is rule number 2. Okay, rule number 3, another important rule. Read every description for each tournament for signing up/checking in. I know some of the tournament stuff can have a lot of information, but it is pretty vital. It is pretty important to know what you're signing up for when it comes to these tournaments. I'm pretty sure that anybody that has participated in any local scene or any tournaments that they have done before, I'm pretty sure you have to read up on something to know what you are signing up for. If it's the rules, if it's the description, whatever it is, that is a super important. So with the online arcade, we require every participant, to actually understand what you are reading, or understand what you are signing up for. Quick example: the the Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Stones tournament, where we was promoting this tournament and we letting people know about this tournament for months upon months. In the description of the tournament, we explained everything about the stones and all of the abilities and what you can do. And it was still a confusion because a lot of people did not read what was going down. I mean, or tuned into the explanation videos or anything like that. So for you to not be confused with anything that we are doing, just head over to the sign up page that you signed up for and just read the description. If you have any questions or you fail to understand what's going on, you can just quickly ask one of us. You can ask Chuck, you can ask Persona, you can ask Mr. Official, you can ask myself, and we'll easily explain what is going on that you are not understanding with the tournament. We don't mind you asking any questions. It's better to ask than not to ask, so you won't be confused with the tournament. So read the description, guys. It is very, very important. A lot of time and effort has been put into these tournament explanations and descriptions, so you guys will have a much easier time. Just all you got to worry about is signing up and participating in the tournament. If you follow everything that we're doing here, we don't require you to do much, but just understanding these rules is just very important. All right. So that is rule number 3. Now, rule number 4. This was newly updated. This is something that was pretty much like a gray line rule, but we never had it written down. Where there needs to be at least 5 people checking into a tournament for it not to be canceled. So that goes back to this tournament right here with Tekken 7. There was only 3 people that checked in for the tournament, so we decided to cancel it because I doubt anybody in the online arcade is gonna take their time to host a tournament that only has 3 people checking in, and especially a premier tournament that has a first to third place prize pot. You know what I mean? I feel like that is kind of wasting money and that is kind of wasting our time just having that little much people participate in the tournament. So going forward, that applies with every tournament that we're doing now. You need at least 5 people checking in into a specific tournament for it not to be canceled. That can go for a Dragon Ball Z. That can go for a Street Fighter. That can go for Under Night and Birth. That can go for Blaze Blue Cross Tag, Guilty Gear. That matter of fact, that happened with Guilty Gear, and it happened with King of Fighters before, where we didn't have enough people to check in, and we just canceled the tournament because, like I said, it's just a waste of time. At the end of the day, the online arcade is done by pretty much 4 people, and like I said, do sacrifice our own time and our own money and all that stuff to put into these tournaments. So if we don't see the interest for these tournaments, we're just not going to do it. We're not going to waste our time in a specific tournament that doesn't have enough check-ins and all that stuff. Tekken 7 is always a game I like to see in a tournament because it's a very technical game, very fun game to stream. But if the interest is not there as far as people checking in or signing up, we're just not going to be able to do it. Right now, with the online arcade, with the members, they're talking about axing Tekken 7 from the lineup. And I can't even argue with it because the whole defense for this tournament, I'm telling like, yo, the last one we had like 20 something people sign up, 17 people checked in. This tournament, it was just like a complete it was no interest there. You know what I mean? So it's very hard to defend something when there's no interest there. All right, so another thing that we added here, which is recently updated, but this was pretty much, like I said, another gray line rule that we had, is also our tournament prize pot will determine by our signups and check-ins for each tournament. Premier is not included. Um, for a typical premiere like a Dragon Ball Fighters and a Street Fighter Five, pretty much know that people will check in, people will sign up for those tournaments because those right now are like our most popular tournaments that we have. So that's the reason why the premiere stuff is not included, or Injustice or something like that. But you know, going forward, I mean, it is in the description for our tournaments as well that signups and check-ins determine the interest. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, 95% of the online arcade is self-funded. We do shout out all the people that do support us on like a Patreon, or support us through Twitch and the subscriptions and all that stuff, or bits. But majority of all the tournaments that we do is self-funded. So at the end of the day, if we only have like a 5-person sign up for a tournament, and three of those people or five of those people checked in or whatever, right? And the prize pot was listed as $150. Please believe it, it's not going to remain $150 for 5 people, a 5-man tournament. That's just ridiculous. Where we have other tournaments where it might be like 40 something people sign up and 30 something people check in. That money can go towards that because the interest is there. So that's why we're making it like a mandate that due to signups and check-ins, that will determine the prize pot of the tournament. Also, I think this rule will also like encourage others to have other people to sign up. Show a little gauge, a little interest towards the tournaments and stuff like that, and remind people to check in. So if you are great at a game, like say Dragon Ball Fighters, you're great at a game. We have a prize pot of like $250, and you see some of your peoples in there that signed up, and check-in time has come, and you're very confident in wanting to win this tournament. I'm pretty sure you probably will remind these people, hey, are you going to check in? Because if that check in does not, appropriate with the signups, the price pots, will kind of change. You know, if it go from 30 people signing up to the tournament and only 10 people check in, I'm pretty sure that tournament is not going to have a $250, price pot. That's just that's just how it is, guys. That's just how we got to put it. So moving along, key factors are crucial in every tournament. If broken by a player in a match, will be a loss. Will result in a loss towards that player. So it's just like I said with the description. It's very important that you guys check out the key factors, because every tournament is ran differently as far as how we do the lobbies, as far as how we do the invites. We don't have like a general consensus, a general rule for every game, because every game has different mechanics towards the invite system, or that's basically a lobby. So that's why it's important that you guys check out the description and check out the key factors, because Tekken 7 is going to be ran differently than Injustice. Injustice is going to be ran differently than Street Fighter 5. So what I mean, we don't want everybody having that same mindset of, oh, I signed up for Injustice 2, I'm expecting the same thing to happen with Street Fighter 5, invite system. It's not. So that's why we have key factors for each tournament. Like I said, these stuff, it took a lot of time and effort to actually, play these games, and then figuring out a proper system to have everybody get into the lobby easily and get these matches, done as quickly as possible, while we can get the other people in there as well. So let's read the description, guys, and the key factors for the tournament that you signed up, so you won't be out the loop as far as what you got to do with the tournament. All right, so rule number 7: all participants must be ready for their match when called upon. There will be only a 5-minute grace period. If the player is not there at the respected time, uh, that will be considered a loss. So yeah, this is a rule that is going to be pretty much very important for all our tournaments where we don't want a long waiting period. So we require everybody just to be ready and ready to go for every tournament that you signed up for at the appropriate time. So when the invite do come, you guys are ready to go. There's no long waiting period for this. We understand it's an online tournament. We understand people have personal lives, but we also you got to understand that there's a tournament being ran, that there's money on the line, and things like that. So 5 minute grace period was put in place, so we don't have to wait super long for somebody to come in. Also, it's very key that you guys keep like a dialogue going. Say your match is up next and the invite is coming. Let us know what's going down so we can be like, okay, how does this person feel about this person saying that they need like 10 minutes because they're driving home right now, blah 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 blah. We'll definitely try to work with you, but it's also dependent on the actual person that you're fighting. So let's try to be there when the tournament starts and try to be there when it's your time to fight. That's the best thing we can tell you. Because at the end of the day, if it's a local tournament or any other tournament that you guys are signed up for, if you're not there, it's a loss. You're DQ'd or anything like that. So 5 minute grace period, be there, guys. Very, very important rule here that I feel that a lot of people is not is pretty much breaking. Uh, It is a requirement to have an active email address so you can get the proper notification from the challenge website. Uh, this is why a lot of the TOA members, Upchuck Gaming, Persona, Mr. Official VG, we are confused when people say they didn't know what to check in. We are confused when people say they didn't know when the tournament starts because challenge the website whatever email address you signed up with your account associated the email address associated with your account, you're going to get a notification for everything that applies to your account with challenge. So if there's a check-in for a tournament you signed up for, if that check-in process has begun, challenge is going to send you that notification that, hey, check-in has begun for this tournament that you signed up for. It's going to be sent to you. When the tournament starts, challenge is going to send you a notification. Hey, this tournament that you signed up for and checked into has begun. I am baffled sometimes with some of the things that people have said. There's no way you haven't you are keeping an eye on this email address that you have signed up for. That's why we're making it a requirement for you to have an active email address. If there's an email address that you are using on a daily basis or a weekly basis, use that email address and apply it to your challenge account. This is very important because you're going to get that notification from challenge. You're going to get notifications from myself or any other TOA members from challenge, because we can personally private message you. There's other notifications when it comes to their Discord, when it comes to Twitter, when it comes to our Facebook group, when it comes to our Instagram, when it comes to our Twitch feed. There's many things that we have put in place to get you guys notified and get you guys on the right track for all the tournaments that you signed up for and you checked into. It is very important, guys, to have these things because it will make your job easier. It will make you have a much more fun time, participating with our tournaments to follow these rules. All right, so an active email address is a must. That is rule number 8. Rule number 9: no Wi-Fi, must have a stable wired connection. These are online tournaments. So a very, very important rule is that we do not want you using Wi-Fi for any tournament that we have. Like I said, money's on the line. People's pride is on the line. I mean, fighting for competition. How people get when they compete. We don't want that being interrupted by somebody with a bad Wi-Fi connection or just Wi-Fi connection. Let's play everybody on the same playing field. I know that's a contradiction in itself to say that when it comes to an online tournament, but we want everybody on a wired connection. And as many times we can tell if people are not on a wired connection when it's just choppy and it's just running weird. All right, so that is very important that you guys have a wired connection. And the final rule, number 10, just to let you guys know, uh, and it's kind of crazy that we had to put this in there, but all the online arcade tournaments will be double elimination. Every tournament that we do for the online arcade is double elimination. There's a lot of people that will sign up and will check in. They will fight their first match and then they're gone because they lost. They will be gone. They think that their tournament is over. No, it is not over. There's always going to be a winner's bracket. There's always going to be a loser's bracket. Okay. Um, Double eliminations in the tournament. If you decide to DQ yourself or cop out the tournament, that is on you. But I just want to let everybody know so you know uh, that is a double elimination tournament. If you lost your first match, in whatever round in winners, you have another match coming up. Even when we are commentating the tournament, try to let you guys know that it's not over yet for you. This is double elimination. You just move into losers bracket. But we just want everybody to have that mindset in their head already that, oh, it's not over for me yet. It is double elimination. You need two losses. You need two losses to be out of the tournament completely. All right. So yeah, those are the 10 general rules for the online arcade. This is applied to everything the online arcade. We also have specific, key factors, like I said, on rule number 6 that applies to each tournament. So it's very important that you guys read the description and find out those key factors. But I just want to reiterate that check-ins, guys, are mandatory. Check-ins are mandatory. Sign-ups and check-ins determine the prize pot. If you want a large prize pot, if you're good at the game and you want a large prize pot, want to win as much money as possible, gotta have people signing up, gotta have people checking in. All right, so is we're gonna be messaging you guys. We're gonna be keeping you guys informed as far as signing up and check-ins, but we're also gonna try to make it seem like okay, it's also on you guys as well to let your peers know that hey, check-in begins on this day. Are you gonna check in? Are you gonna participate? All right. So if we don't see the check-ins, we most likely will cancel a tournament. If the check-ins is low on a specific tournament, most likely that prize pot will be adjusted as well. So just want to let you guys know and keep you guys informed that far this is the general rule. So when things happen and rules are broken or things are not applied and you see something different and something has changed, just know on the TOA Twitch page there are 10 general rules and then see which one applies to what and what applies to what. All right, so this is going to be posted in the Discord. This is going to be posted on our YouTube page as well with the timestamps for each rule. And it's going to be on Twitter. It's going to be on our Instagram. It's going to be anywhere social media for the online arcade. Hopefully everybody have a clear understanding what's going on. If you guys don't have a clear understanding, just feel free to ask away in the Discord or Twitter or whatever it is, and let us know your concerns or your questions when it comes to the general rules. Tomorrow, we're going to be having a grudge match once again between Goku and Wispions and Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. That's going to be a 1st to 15 match. Also, during that match, we are going to do a giveaway. Thanks to King's Blood Gaming, he won the Patreon giveaway, the bi-monthly giveaway, but he decided to use his copy as a giveaway towards the Tekken 7 tournament, but that tournament has been canceled. So we're going to do it towards the grudge match number 3. Also, there might be another little giveaway in there. We're definitely going to see, depending on how many people show up. Probably going to do another giveaway in there as well. All right. So yeah, just wanted to inform everybody, guys. It's your boy Jay Bari. You guys are new to the online arcade. Welcome. Understand all the general rules that we have here, and see you guys tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Boy Jay Bari, and I'm out. Deuces.